What's wrong? You want to be in the video? You want to be in the video? You can't be in the video. You want to be in the video? Oh my gosh, why are you being such a weenie? Oh, say hello to everybody. What's up, everybody? Rob back here in the CR game room, and we have another bulk buy here to share with you. I went back to the game store where I purchased my previous bulk, my bunches of bulk, and they got a little savvy on how they were doing things there, so they started to separate stuff. But I spent about a good hour and a half digging through some boxes, and I ran into this glut of nothing but rare cards. There's some good uncommons in there as well, and some cards that I've never seen before that I decided to scoop up. But this is the place that if you buy 100 singles, they sell them to you for like $5 plus tax. So it came out to about, I want to say 5 something, 540 I think is what it was. So I ended up getting 129 cards or something like that. And the guy was too lazy to count, so a little teenager kid. I don't blame him. It was a lot of cards to count. They didn't want anything to do with me because I had been there for so long, I guess. But yeah, so I got 128 cards is what it looks like. Got a couple of them that look like they might be worth something. I'll throw the prices up on screen. If we get anything that's over maybe, I don't know, a quarter or something, I don't know. Basically, I averaged out to 4 cents per card. So as long as we hit more than 4 cents per card, we're positive on this. So yeah, let's just go ahead and jump on in. I know there's probably 1 or 2 cards that might be worth at least $2, and we'll see as we get through them. So let's do this. So Kellant, Sunmane Familiar, Mentor of the Meek, Sarah, Avatar, Tenacious, Truce, Unstable, Glyph Bridge, Warden of the Inner Sky Extendo, Chasm Skulker from the Final Fantasy Commander deck. This is what got me excited. I was like, ooh, there's Final Fantasy cards in here? Alright. Flood of Recollection, which is a good little card, I felt like. It's an uncommon. Return the target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand, and then you exile Flood of Recollection. I picked up 2 of them. Probably not worth anything, but they seem decent. Coral Helm Commander from the Lost Caverns of Ixalan Commander deck. Essence Capture in the Breaking News, I believe. I don't know what that's called. I'm just saying stuff. Micromancer Foil from Foundations. Subterranean Schooner from Lost Caverns of Ixalan. Ooh, that feels weird. That looks weird too. Is that a fake card? No, it's got the sticker on there. Sticker looks pretty good holographic sticker if it is a fake. Just very washed out. Avenger of the Fallen in the showcase version. See, it has a couple of spots on here. I don't know what that is. Befoul, destroy target land or non-black creature, can't be regenerated. Seemed interesting. Body Snatcher. Dross Prowler, I've never heard of it. It has fear, seemed kind of cool. Dusk Legion Sergeant from the Lost Caverns of Ixalan Commander. Ob Nixilis Reignited from the starter deck commander decks. Quasi Revenant. Rise from the grave, put a target creature in a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. That creature is a black zombie in addition to its other colors and types. Runescar Demon from Foundations. Scythe Scepter from the starter deck commander decks. Bridgeworks Battle. I know this is probably not worth anything, but it's a modal land. What are these called? Modal face lands. I don't know what you call them, but those are good. Sentinel Hierophants from the starter deck commanders. Uncollective Unconscious. Deep Root Historian. Explore, that's a common. I know it's probably not worth crap, but it seems interesting. I kind of like Explore. Harmonize, draw 3 cards. Hornet's Nest, Hornet Queen, Paw Patch Recruit from Bloomborough, Raised by Giants from Boulder's Gate, Spring Bloom Druid. I know this is a common, but I feel like it's a really good ramp, so I picked it up. Tributary Instructor, Yavimaya Elder, just another, I feel like, decent ramp card, especially in a like budget type commander deck. Another Yavimaya Elder. Avalanche of Sector 7, another Final Fantasy commander card. Coruscation Mage, it's an uncommon, it has Offspring 2, and whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. I like this card, especially if you're playing like a VV deck or some kind of, you know, spell slinger deck where you're just burning your opponents out. It's pretty good. Cursed Recording, Kazul, Tyrant of the Cliffs, Leyline Tyrant from the Tarkir commander decks, Siege Gang Commander, Spellgorger Weird. I know it's another common, but whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a 1/1 counter on Spellgorger Weird. I just feel like it's really good in a spell slinger deck. Again, if you're doing budget type stuff, I feel like it's a decent card for that kind of deck. I run it in mine. I got 2 of them. Summon Kujata from the Final Fantasy commander decks. Torian Mauler. You can never have too many Torian Maulers, guys. If you find them, get them. Unstable Amulet from Modern Horizons 3. We got a Valley Flame Caller within the showcase version. Breaches, the Blast Maker. That's funny. Camaraderie from the starter deck commanders. Eshki Dragonclaw. Did I say that right? From Tarkir. Then we have a Carter Doom Scourge, which is in the etched foil. I was like, ooh, that's in there. That might be worth something. It's from the starter deck, the commander decks. It's all kinds of off-centered, but it's etched foil. I had to get it. Maja, Bredeguard Protector, really good in a token deck. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, create a 1/1 white human warrior creature token, and other creatures you control get +1/+1. Picked up a good old-fashioned Rakdos charm. A Rakdos Joins Up. A Rakdos Shred Freak because I needed one. It has haste. It's a Rakdos 2/1 Hasty Boy. Stormfist Crusader, same sort of thing. It's a Rakdos Hasty Boy. Terminate the Second Doctor, so more Universes Beyond stuff. Tristani Discordant. Twining Twins in the showcase. Okay, this is going to be a weird one. These are probably not worth anything, but I just really like Ancestral Statue. It can bounce itself, so you can get all kinds of triggers if you have like artifact discounts, and if you have something that pings things upon entry, that would be great. So I picked up 4 of those just because I'm degenerate like that. And then this is a card I've never seen before, Herbal Poultice. It's a Cheerio. It's a 0-drop. You can pay 3 to sacrifice it and regenerate a target creature. You know, if you're just trying to cast things for free, get those 0-drops out there to get some triggers. That's probably, maybe it's good. I don't know. I never seen the card before, so I just picked it up. Lightning Greaves from Doctor Who. I don't know if this is worth anything, but I do know that Lightning Greaves is a semi-expensive card. I mean, it's not like worth $50 or $100, but it's got to be at least $3. We'll see it here on the screen. Meteor Golem from Foundations in foil. Medium Golem's probably seen better days, but it's in foil. Why not? Runed Servitor. It's a construct. Whenever it dies, each player draws a card. Might be good for a construct deck. I don't know. It just looked old because of the thing. I think it's from one of the dual decks, but I was like, let me scoop that up. Sphinx Bone Wand. I've never heard of this card. It looked old, so I scooped it up. Then we have a Talisman of Hierarchy, a Wayfarer's Bauble, an Arid Archway in foil, Is this the bounce land? Whenever it's return land you control to its owner's hand, if another desert was returned this way, surveil 1. But it taps for 2 colorless mana, so that's pretty good. And then I picked up the snow duels. So Alpine Meadow was one of them. I got different ones in here, but I like snowlands. I like having the option to have multiple different land types for those Field of the Dead triggers. Blighted Fen, Cactus Preserve, Dust Bowl. There's another snow duel, a Highland Forest. It does enter taps, only bad thing. Ice Tunnel. I'm sorry if I was blocking the cards. Inspiring Vantage, which I was surprised to see in there. When it enters the battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or fewer lands. I don't know, is it called a fast land? Slow land? I don't remember. Mobilized District. Mossfire Valley from Tarkir Commander deck. Ramanat Ruins. And a Restless Anchorage in foil. It's a really good foil too. Look at that. That's hot. Stensia Bloodhall. Never heard of it. Restless Fortress, which has won me many of a game on Arena. Scattered Groves. Good. I like it because it cycles. Plus it was a rare, so I scooped it up. Sheltered Thicket. Another cycling land. There was 2 of those. Snowfield Sinkhole. Snow Duel. Sungrass Prairie. Sun Scorched Desert. Sun Scorched Divide. Temple of Abandon, good old Scryland. Temple of Deceit, good old Scryland. Temple of Malice, good old Scryland. Got 2 Temple of Malice. Are they both from different commander decks? The Temple of Mystery, picked up 2 of those as well. Temple of Plenty, Temple of Silence, Temple of Triumph, the Tyrite Sanctum, a Vivid March, which I thought was interesting. This is from Commander 17. It's an older commander set. It enters the battlefield tapped with 2 charge counters on it. You can tap it for black, or you can remove a charge counter from Vivid March and add 1 mana of any color in your mana pool. So if you have any kind of way to proliferate, you can tap this land for any color, which is pretty cool, and keep that party going. Woodland Chasm, and then we have some full art lands. Let me move this out of the way so we can get. We have Plains, we have Foil Swamp again, and then we have Swamp. These are all from the Lost Caverns of Ixalan. Then we have a Foil Island from Wilds of Eldraine, which looks really cool. We got an island. These are non-foil from Lost Caverns of Ixalan. Then we have a foil mountain. Looks pretty neat. Then we got this full art forest from Wilds of Eldraine. I just really like full art lands. I think they look cool. Then we got these full art forests from the Lost Caverns of Ixalan. So those were the bulk that I picked up at this store. Hopefully we came out positive, more than $5.40, and we'll show that on screen here. And yeah, I appreciate y'all watching. Thanks for listening to my rants, and y'all be safe out there, and later, buckaroos. That's gonna wrap things up for us here in the CR Game Room. Be sure to like, follow, or subscribe if you enjoyed the show. You can also follow us on Facebook or Twitter and join our conversations on Discord. Be safe, everyone, and thanks for hanging out. Later, buckaroos.
See ya. Take care, everybody.